It's Friday, November 29. This is the news on PBCJ. I am Simone Absalom. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government is in the process of creating additional factory space that will greatly benefit small businesses. Speaking in the House of Representatives on November 26, Mr. Holness said Cabinet has just approved the contract of the construction of 90,000 square feet of factory space at the Garmex Free Zone complex in Kingston, with the potential for expansion of up to 360,000 square feet.
The Cabinet has just approved the contract for the construction of 90,000 square feet with the potential for expansion up to 360,000 square feet at the Garmex complex. 30% of that is reserved for small businesses.
He pointed out that in total, the FCJ is projected to construct approximately 1.6 million square feet of factory space.
In addition to the 360 at Garmex, they have 100 square feet in Boundbrook to be constructed, in Nagohead 850 square feet, in Morant Bay 500,000 square feet.
The Prime Minister explained that the FCJ is using an integrated development model utilizing shared services to benefit small businesses. The ban on imported Romaine lettuce, which was imposed in November 2018, is still in place. That reminder from the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries. In the wake of the recent outbreak of the E. coli in the United States affecting Romaine lettuce, none is, therefore, currently being imported into the island. Other varieties and locally grown lettuce are safe to be consumed. The reminder from the ministry's Plant, Quarantine and Produce Inspection branch comes against the background that on November 22, 40 persons in 16 states in the USA became ill and were hospitalized after consuming Romaine lettuce which contained E. coli. The bacteria pose a serious threat to public health, causing diarrhea, urinary tract infections, respiratory illness, and pneumonia, among other illnesses. A member of the Joint Select Committee of Parliament, which is reviewing the new sexual harassment bill, wants people from various sectors of society to participate in their sessions. Jamaica's music industry is one sector. The issue was raised by Government Senator Sophia Longmore, who asked whether or not the music industry would be involved in the process. The affirmative was confirmed by the chairperson of the committee, Olivia Babsy-Grange, as the committee had its first meeting at Gordon House this week.
Today, let us send a signal to those who sexually harass women and men in employment, in institutions, or in landlord-tenant relationships, that their days of getting away with it has come to an end.
Senator Longmore also raised the issue of the inclusion of security guards in the deliberations.
I'm just trying to figure out in all of those agencies, security guards. Is there any voice for them? Or any security guards? Is there any way that, or that group, that could be facilitated somehow?
Government Senator Cavan Gale responded that while it is difficult to organize the security guards to participate in such activities, the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions could be called in to make a presentation, as well as the Jamaica Employers Federation.
Fortunately, it has been difficult to organize that wide grouping, but I can see, Chair, their representation coming through the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions. I am glad where Senator Binns made reference to the Jamaica Employers Federation. And maybe we want to consider, because based on experience in time, the private sector organization of Jamaica also, they tend to have a different opinion at times than that of the Jamaica Employers Federation. And because of how far-reaching this piece of legislation has gone, where there was a time when it was just confined to the workplace, but based on recent incidents, the extension of into schools. So I'm glad when you made reference, Senator Binns, about the student council. And we should invite as one of the key ministries, the Ministry of Education, in this.
Members also suggested that the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the University of the West Indies student bodies, and the Norman Manley Law School, as well as the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, be called. 106 members of the Constabulary Force, JCF, were presented with medals for long service and good conduct on Thursday. Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, in his greetings at the presentation ceremony held at the Police Officers Club, commended the awardees. National Security Minister Horace Chang was also on hand to give his commendation to the officers.
While there are challenges out there, I want again to commend the members, the men and women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force who continue to work long hours, work effectively to maintain a sense of order and public safety in our country. And to assure you that the Ministry of National Security will seek to work with your Commissioner to ensure we can improve the conditions and give you even greater success. But again, special thanks and commendation to those of the members of the force who have stayed with the force, worked through the difficult times, and I said working towards even making the force and a more important force for good in our society.
In addition to the long-serving awardees, special citations were given to JCF's funeral coordinator, District Constable Vincent Case, and the longest-serving canine, Tim. The JCF noted that collectively the recipients have 2,000 years of hard work and sacrifice within the force. According to the JCF, the awards ceremony seeks to celebrate, highlight, encourage and inspire others with their vision, leadership and service. The Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine in Kingston has been expanded to the tune of $300 million. It boasts closed-circuit television, CCTVs, a training and conference room, library, access control and fire suppression, among other key features. It will also house the National DNA Database. Following a tour of the building on November 27, Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang said by providing the police with this cutting-edge facility, which has been outfitted with top-of-the-line equipment, we are in fact taking Jamaica's policing into the 21st century. Dr. Chang noted that the expansion of the Institute's capabilities will enable it to meet the requirements for international accreditation, thereby putting their commendable work above reproach. Trelawny residents will this evening continue the debate over the Cockpit Country Protected Area during a town hall set for the Webb Memorial Baptist Church starting at 6 p.m. The Cockpit Country has reignited interest following reports that mining would be carried out there. However, Trelawny residents, backed by environmentalists, have been resisting this, despite claims that any mining would be outside the boundary of the protected area. This week in Culinary Trails, we take a trip to Tea Tree Creperie.
Good morning, Simone.
Hi,
Welcome
Michael.
to Chi Creperie.
Really, the first thing I can notice when I come in here, the setup, it's really inviting and it looks really exciting. All the graffitis on the wall. Tell me about it, and can I do it?
Yes, most definitely. All right. So here is like a place where we like the customers to leave their experience and some of the flavors that they have tasted after having some of our sandwiches, crepes, or omelets. It all depends, but definitely. We have a lot of space, and if you don't find the space on the walls or the window, you can always go on the ceiling as long as you can reach the sky's the limit.
You have a ladder can let me?
Most definitely. Or we could give you some social climb if you would like that as well.
All right, this is pretty cozy. I like it. So what kind of food do you serve here?
Well, we mainly serve French dishes, more like crepes, omelets, sandwiches, salads. The variety is limitless.
I can see that. And the drinks, what can I get to drink when I come here?
Well, we have a famous drink which is the frozen mint lemonade or magic mint lemonade. As well as that, we have a blueberry stoli which is very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds so yummy. So are you open, on the 9 to 5, or do you have like a special time?
Alright, so we are open actually 7 days a week actually.
7 whole days a week?
So our opening time is like from 8 to 10 from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday we open 9 o'clock in the morning, but we close early on Sundays, in which we go up until midnight. So if you're looking for a place to hang back, kick back, chill till late, here's your spot.
Do you have free Wi-Fi?
Yes, we do have free Wi-Fi. For all the persons that want to browse, definitely, it's no problem.
Okay, so if someone was to come up and say, tell me about T3, what kind of place would you describe it as?
Well, I would describe it as more of a exciting vibe. Like music is chilling, you have a TV, so if you want to watch a game, so it's more like a mixed place in a sense, as in where you can have fun, you can chill. So if you're looking at cozy corner, the couch is more like a cozy corner if you don't want the noise. If you want, like you said, TV, you may sit up more front. Or if you just want to just come and just watch and see, the bar would also be a good spot if you want to watch the chefs working.
Alright, so what are you planning to serve me today? I really am interested in trying out something to eat, something from the menu, and something from the drink menu as well, something from the food and the drink.
Alright, for you, well, I will suggest you for a smoked marlin crepe and a blueberry stoli.
Alright.
I think that would be a very good combination for you.
I can't wait.
So this is a savory butter. I'm making a jumbo shrimp Alfredo crepe right now. And this is the shrimp we have here, already prepared already. And this would be the Alfredo sauce. It's already prepared as well. Right now the crepe is cooking on the crepe machine. When the crepe is cooked, we flip. And now allow the other side to cook as well. And now we're going to add the Alfredo sauce because the crepe is soon finished cooked. We add the shrimp. And now we fold the crepe batter.
Top of the line customer service to the customers, like we are smiling, we greet you at the door. But I'm expecting you to be wowed about the food. I'm hoping to grab your attention. So when you hear about T3, you just wanna go, just wanna go. Just wanna get your friends, get your thing, and just head straight to T3.
I think I'll have a blueberry stoli. Yeah, that's it.
So you're gonna make blueberry stoli magic this afternoon. So first we'll start by putting some ice to the blender. Alright. Add some lemon juice. Add a little drop of coloring just to get that color right. And add a little more of this ice just to be on the safe side. That should get it well frozen, and then blend.
Thank you very much. It looks so yummy. All right. Thank you. See you at our next spot on Culinary Trails. Maybe it will be your place. The US dollar is being traded at Jamaican $136.29, down by 50 cents. That's according to the Bank of Jamaica's daily foreign exchange trading summary. The Canadian dollar ended trading at $102.31, down from $102.47, while the British pound sterling is being traded at $174.59, down from $175.69. In regional news, Trinidad and Tobago's National Security Minister Stuart Young says there is a criminal conspiracy at play in the lead-up to the next local government elections. Speaking in the Senate on Wednesday, he disclosed that there is evidence of a conversation between sitting Member of Parliament and persons in prison about strategies for next week elections.
This report in particular talks about meetings with a notorious gang leader and the promise of contracts estimated at $14 million after the upcoming elections. There also, not on the PNM side, there are also other matters that have come to attention on activities taking place on the East-West corridor.
There is yet no decision from the Ghana Electoral Commission, GECOM, regarding the house-to-house collected prior to the announcement of the March 2020 election.
On the face of it, one would want to suggest or assume that those are new persons. However, the Chief Election Officer has indicated to us that the Secretariat went through a process where they interrogated and looked at that cross-matching report, and they have found about 17,000+ people who were not hits or were presumed to be new to be already on the database. So what we do with that information is anyone's guess. There is a lot of contentious debate in the Secretariat about what is to be there. We have taken decisions to contact the service provider of the fingerprint cross-matching, but that is where we are.
Also, GECOM is reporting that only 100 people have picked up their ID cards after the Commission published a list of 19,000 citizens who have not yet collected their cards since 2008. Government commissioners have been pressing for those who have not collected their cards to be removed from the voters list.
We have no mechanism to determine if somebody dies overseas to take the person off the list. Those cards will not be collected. We have no mechanism, even locally, if people die, they don't register their death to take the names off the list. So for me, there's nothing alarming. We just need to deal with the issue to ensure you don't have these names hanging around to be manipulated in the electoral process.
Over in the Bahamas, former Labour Minister Shane Gibson has been acquitted of bribery charges. We get more in this Eyewitness News report.
Courthouse telling reporters that he felt justice prevailed today.
When you have the Prime Minister of a country, the Attorney General of a country, the Minister of National Security, who is my second cousin, our grandmothers were sisters. When you have the Commissioner of Police, And when you have the Director of Public Prosecutions along with other cabinet ministers conspiring against you, only God could deliver you.
And although many criticized Gibson for not taking the stand, he said that his defense was solid.
I'm going to speak much more to my future and more details about what actually transpired because, as you know, I didn't take the stand because legally I didn't have to. And we thought their case was so weak. We said I didn't have to take the stand because we knew that they couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I did what they said I did.
Gibson's lead attorney Keith Knight told reporters that although this case proved to be challenging, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
It was a very difficult case, and the difficulty arose because of the injustice of the investigation. If this case had been investigated in the normal legal way, no charge would have been brought against Shane Gibson.
In sports, we bowl off with cricket as giant spinner Rakeem Cornwall starred as the West Indies thrashed Afghanistan by 9 wickets early on day 3 of their one-off test on Friday. Cornwall took a match haul of 10 wickets as the West Indies bowled out Afghanistan for 120 on day 3 and reached their target of 31 to seal the win in just over an hour of the first session in Lucknow. It was a reality check for Afghanistan, who were awarded test status in 2017 and won their first 2 victories in the 5-day format earlier this year. Opener Javed Ahmadi top scored with 62 before becoming the final wicket to fall on day 2, which earlier witnessed the West Indies taking a lead of 90 as they were 277 all out. Shamar Brooks made 111, his maiden test century, to extend West Indies' dominance after the Minnows were bowled out for 187 on the opening day, largely thanks to Cornwall's 7-4-75. Brooks hailed the Windies' performance.
Coming in for my 3rd test match, guys were in a bit of trouble. John and I, this morning, we had a partnership. We also worked out how we were going to score and bowlers we were comfortable against, and it proved vital in terms of getting us past, in terms of getting first innings and then getting 90 runs lead. It's a bit of trial and error, playing at the first class level and doing it year in, year out. I've had my downtime, and then being in the West Indies A team, I've learned a lot over the last 3 years, last 3 seasons. And I guess now just to come at this level and continue in that vein in terms of being consistent. Today, good pitch to bat on, I guess, with challenging spinners. Just stuck to the basics and it came out on top.
And that's the news on PBCJ. Thank you so much for watching.